You'll find if you've got no gaps sort of here, if the middle band is coming away, you'll have gaps here, so it's not giving you complete support. And if you're a girl with a bigger set, and I've obviously got it underwide, it can be very, very uncomfortable. Your strap should not be cutting into your shoulders. Ladies, I can assume that some of you have had this problem. Yeah? Yeah. It's because it's too small in the band and too small along your shoulders. You should be able to run your index finger along your bra quite easily, but with some elasticity, so you go back. It'll snap back nicely but comfortably, but it shouldn't feel like a wet noodle when you've done it. All right? If you can't do this, you're going and you have to get a spatula or a screwdriver underneath just to pull the fucker off, then you know you've got it too damn tight. All right? Man the pumps. There should be no overflow. If you find that you've got overflowing boobs over your cup, or you've got back boob, it means your strap is too tight, your cups are too small. Having the right cup, sadly, is not an exact science as measuring the bust. I don't pretend to know the proper ways how to measure a bust, even though I've been trained in bra fitting. There are two ways.
That depends where you shop.
True. I've learnt the Marks and Sparks one, because that's how I was taught, which you measure the bust over the bust itself. Is it over the bust or under the bust?
Under the bust.
Under the bust, then you add 5. Add
4 or 5, depending on if it's
exactly. I don't get to measure ladies often. It's not particularly fair. But then you can obviously see why I'm not allowed to measure bust with no shelf. If you find that you are overflowing, like I say, you've got back boobs because your band's too big, like too small even. If one boob is bigger than the other, don't feel underconfident, don't feel like you're a freak. Just go with it. Buy a bra that fits your larger boob. The larger the breast on one side, you'll find that when you get to that horrible point in the month where you feel a bit bloated, your other one will compensate. That one will kind of go, like that. But this one will fill out a little bit more. Not completely to fill the cup, but it'll fill out a little bit more. You'll find that your support is that much better. If you can't find the size, or you can't remember specifically what your size is, go up a cup, go down a band. It means that you've got your support around your back and your straps, you can loosen it to what it needs to be, but your cup size tends to be variable, depending on, obviously, like I say, what time of the month, but that can change. Talking to someone is the best bet. Going and talking to your fellow friends, going to talk to someone who's professionally trained in it is your better bet. Any questions so far? No? Cool, right. Quick fixes. It's the end now, thank fuck. My voice is getting tired. This is just going to quick sewing techniques and sewing little bits and pieces you can do. Things like pleats and tucks and gathers and ruching is a great way to accentuate certain parts of your body. It means if you are a pear shape and you are wearing a costume that involves a lot of pleat shit down here, if you put an inset seam, so something, oh that's not helpful, I'm scouring the audience for someone who's got an inset sleeve. Bollocks. Anyway, inset sleeve is basically that nice flat sleeve you see on a suit. That will give definition, that will give proportion, it will give structure. Not only that, I'll have one of these in it. This is a shoulder pad. You should know this if you sew your own costume. If you haven't sewn your own costume, you should know from watching either things like Dynasty, you know, or something to that effect. Shoulder pads are great because, as I say, they give you a little bit more. A little bit more definition. It's not visible completely, but once it's sewn in under a couple of layers, it actually will be. You can get different consistencies in your shoulder pads. You'll find the better places to buy them will be, you know, your fabric lands, all that sort of thing. But your independent shops are great for them too. You can also find these for your boobs. You know, if you're a lady who seems to be not quite as on the buxom side as everybody else, like one Carrie is amazing. You can insert one of these into your dress and walk around proud that your tits look massive because you've been able to sew one of these fuckers in. All right. Box pleats, pleats. There are several different types of pleats. The two main ones you can use are knife and box. Knife pleats are great because they do this. That's a pleat. That's a pleat. Box pleats are a little bit more difficult because you've got, that's a box pleat sort of. Basically, your fabric's flat, you fold it inwards, so you've got that nice folded in section. That provides volume. Every Japanese schoolgirl outfit you'll find will have knife pleats followed by box pleats. Hakama are exactly the same, so if you're going to make your own Bleach cosplay, start with a box pleat here on the inside and work out with knife. You should only have so many pleats per dress, but if you're a school, if you're going for a school skirt, that gives you volume, gives you width. Box pleats will do that for you, and it's easier than kind of going fold, so, fucking hate pleats. I did commissions for KeysCon and Minami for a couple of Bleach costumes for Hakama themselves. The amount of pleats I sewed for those bloody things. Ugh. Finally, final thoughts. Remember, if in doubt, balance it out. That's the main thing you should take away for your cosplays. Balance them. Make sure that your shoulders and your hips match. If in doubt, try it with your own clothes first before you go and do it with your cosplays, because at the end of the day, it helps. It really does help. Pants are bullets. So find some, get to know the types you like, and then buy the same and change them once a season. I can't stress to you enough. Alright, 3 months maybe at a push. But ladies, you need to get out of the habit of buying pants in their droves, because at the end of the day, you don't want a box full of underwear or a drawer full of underwear you can't fucking shut.
Get 2 drawers.
I have 3.
You've got too many.
Control panties in there too.
Coming up 3, nearly there. Control pants, they aren't just for Bridget Jones. They do help, and they should be worn when you need them most. So, bodysuits, slimline dresses, boy costumes, they do help, and they do need to be worn. If you find that you want to wear them, don't want to wear them, then by all means. It's not the end of the world. They just help. Alright? Pleats, gathers, shoulder pads, and darts. I was going to show you darts, but I've prattled on too much and I forgot my sewing machine. And I forgot the garment. I was actually going to show you darts on. Darts are actually specifically put into bodice pieces and sewing patterns in little diamond shapes. The little diamonds you see, fold them inwards, sew along the line, fold it down. It contours you in certain places, primarily underneath your arm seams. Okay, other than that, these help for your structure and your cosplays. But anything else? You guys got any questions at all? In the remaining...
No, we're good.
Come on. No?
Not even 5 2 yet.
Now can you take your pants off?
No. I'll show you something. If I do this,
Take it off.
what happens to my body shape?
Up and down.
I go up and down. I get shorter.
Shorts are so
Because the body length has changed. Because my torso looks longer, my legs look stumpier.
It's also because you're wearing stripes.
Thank you. Pattern and colour of your costumes make a great difference. You'll find that shiny fabrics show all the mistakes.
But I love satin.
But she loves satin. They show up God knows how many mistakes. So if you can get away with a matte fabric, it's going to be far more flattering for you. You'll find then, because my now torso looks longer, I look stumpy. The best way to make yourself look taller, as I said before, narrower fitting trousers or higher waistlines. Failing that, tuck the fucker in. Tuck it in. If you're wearing a dress, you'll find that the best way to look taller is a nicer set of heels. all right? Or a decent court shoe, because they give you support, they give you line. Not only that, they give you height. I've seen too many girls stood around with heels 7 inches, 6-inch heels. Why?
Shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles. They should be remained for the bedroom or standing on a street corner.